Today we are going to see the chapter of Living World of Plants. And have you ever wondered why these leaves of the plants are in green color? Because of the chlorophyll. Leaves contain chlorophyll, so the leaves are in green color. You can see many plants here. The leaf of the plant it is in green color. So because it contains chlorophyll. And if the leaf lost the chlorophyll, it changes its color. And do you know that majorly a plant or a tree has two important systems? They are root system and the shoot system. First we can explore root system. In root system we have two important roots. They are taproot and the fibrous root. Let's pull out any plant from here and explore. Here I have a lemon sapling. Now I am going to pull out. Let's wash it and let's have a clear view. Now you can see the taproot clearly. You can notice the center root arising from the base of the stem. It is known as the taproot. And from the taproot, some tiny roots are branching out. It is known as the lateral roots. And from the lateral roots, you can notice some tiny roots. It is called as rootlets. And some plants store food in roots like carrot, beetroot. And now we can explore fibrous root. For fibrous root, I have a grass here. Let's pull out this grass. It is hard to pull. Let's wash it. Now you can notice all the roots are same in size and they are thin. And this fibrous root fixes the plant into the soil and keeps the grass straight. Now let's discuss about functions of the root. The functions of the root are: first, the root fixes the plant to the soil and absorbs water, minerals from the soil and pass to the plant. And now let's discuss about the shoot system. In shoot system we have stem, leaves, fruits, flowers, isn't it? First we can see about stem. You can see in this custard apple sapling, in the top of the sapling you can see a green stem, and in the bottom of the sapling you can see a woody stem. So it is called as a stem. And when you go to the trees, we will call it as trunk. And outside the trunk, something like dead, it is known as the bark. And we need to explore inside the stem. So we can cut any branches from these trees and explore. I have a branch there. Now you can see this branch. It has outer covering the bark, and you can see the ring inside which protects the tissue in the center. The tissue carries the water down from the roots up to the leaves. This process is known as the capillary action. That means water goes up with the help of this tissue against gravity. It is known as the capillary action. And now let's see about leaves. We have custard apple. You can see this leaf. The leaf is connected to the stem with the help of the petiole. And you can see this tiny bud. It is known as the axillary bud. And this the middle one of these two leaves is known as the node. And you can see this leaf. It has a thick and dark middle one. It is known as the midrib. And from the midrib some veins are branching out. It is known as the veins. And when the leaf arises from the branch is known as the nodes. The outer surface of the leaf is known as the lamina or the leaf blade. Now let's see about reticulate venation and parallel venation. Reticulate venation means veins branching out from the midrib is known as the reticulate venation. For parallel venation, I have a sugar cane there. Take a closer look. You can see this midrib, the center one, and the veins are running parallel to one another. So it is a parallel venation. And do you know that the leaf produces food for the plant to grow? So this process name is photosynthesis. Photosynthesis, that means making food with the help of light. Now let's go to the flower. In flower, we have a flower there. Be careful, it has spines. In flower, you can notice the stigma in the center, the white one. And you can notice some pollens, and in this yellow color is known as the stigma. And this purple color is known as the petal. And down here is the sepal. And we can cut open this flower. Now you can see this ovule. These are the parts of a flower. Now let's discuss about different types of plants. In different types of plants, we have varieties of plants. They are trees, herbs, shrubs, creepers, climbers, algae and mosses. For tree, I have a tree here. It is a coconut tree. The stem of the coconut tree is huge and it has a woody stem and it is tall. So it is an example of tree. And for other example, here I have a teak tree. It is high, it is tall and it has a woody stem. And it has many branches. And now let's look at herb. For herb, here I have some grass. For herb, the stem also it will be in green color and the leaf also in green color. So it is a herb. Now let's see about shrub. For shrub, I have rose plant there. It has a woody stem and it will grow up to medium size only. It will not grow like a tree. So it is a shrub. And for creepers, I have a example. I have a watermelon down here. It is a creeper because it crawls on the ground and it has weak stem. So it is called as creeper. For climbers, I didn't have any plants here, but I tell you some examples. For examples, grapes, bitter gourds, bottle gourds and etc. And for climbers also have weak stem and it will climb with the help of any support. So it is called as a climber. Let's talk about algae and mosses. Here I didn't have any algae and mosses here, so I tell you some examples where you can notice algae. When you go to trip to the river side, you can notice algae floating in the river or in any ponds nearby the river. These are algae. It will be look like some dirt. It will be in green color. But don't think algae is a dirt. For fun fact, algae produces 60% of oxygen present in the atmosphere. And example for mosses, you can see the mosses stuck to the rocks, or mosses will grow in any wet places. So you can find mosses in any rocks or wet places. Okay friends, we have explored many things about plants. So I will meet you in next video with other topic. Thank you. Bye.